Before we start any kind of errands or works, we worship Lord Ganapathi. But why we worship Ganapathi before anything and everything? What all are the reasons behind these? Let us learn a bit about it now. Why we worship Ganesha before all the gods is that Ganesha is a basic truth or a basic principle. Therefore, we always honor one who is the reason behind our existence, which is in our tradition too. As you go through the last video, you will get to know it better. Therefore, we always remember who is the reason for our birth and grateful. Because of all these factors which has been deep-rooted in our Hindu tradition, our elders started worshipping Ganesha, who happens to be the root of the nature, Moola Prakriti, which has been continuing as a ritual till now and will be. There is a paradox that there might arouse a problem if we don't worship at the beginning of our worship, which is not true. As I just said right at the beginning of this line, our Hindu tradition says we should honor who has the main role in our existence. Hence, our forefathers considered Ganesh as their first preference. There is a ritual in our tradition as we tuck coil and go spin around that and put Rangoli or kolam on the threshold, and that Rangoli looks like Ganapathi explicitly, as in it is regarded as a good omen as we step out of the house with the view of Ganapathi, and rest will be smooth sailing, and hence we design the kolam or Rangoli on the threshold. And yes, these are one of the main reasons behind it. Step out of the house is nothing but the embarking the journey of our job or work. Anything therefore by watching Ganapathi Rangoli before anything will be regarded as the paying huge reverence to him. And also after coming back from the work, we fold our hands to do namaskara to Ganapathi Rangoli and step into the house, and these are all the reasons behind designing Rangoli on threshold and paying our huge honor to him. Modakas, the dish that will be offered to Ganapathi Puja, as this is his favorite dish made out of sugar, jaggery and some grains, which are implicitly Ganapathi. We know Modakas in the form dish, but we worship him in the form of Modakas only. Across the world, around 800 places we worship Ganapathi in the form of Modakas only. We may provide him the shape of Modakas from flour, couch, clay or whatever means it may be, but they all are Lord Ganesha only. Because in our whole world there are two kinds of pleasures: worldly pleasure, Brahmananda, huge pleasure, great pleasure, spiritual pleasure, which you get when you delve into yourself regarding worldly pleasure as tiny and fine happiness without any expectation from any kind of worldly desires. Their only urge is to get one with the Almighty. If you go finding about one of these two pleasures, there is a part shower to that. That is one and only Lord Ganapathi. Modaka is nothing but indicate the word pleasure, happiness, etc. Moda is nothing but the happiness that one who pays part for that pleasure is Modaka, that is Ganapathi. As we go through stories, there was a demon named Mushikasura, and Ganapathi vanquishes Mushikasura, and Mushikasura surrenders himself outright and requests Ganapathi that he will do deeds here onwards and do good deeds for the society and to him as well. Then Ganapathi forgives him and make him as his vehicle to good things to the society beings, which is being narrated in stories of Ganapathi. As you might have observed that the Mushikasura, the rat, is in Pranavakara as in the form of Omkara. Hence we named Ganapathi after him as Pranava Vahana, means vehicle, and then Mushika Vahana came into existence. There are way more subjects and stuffs on Ganapathi which are considered as famous things. Let us learn more about the meaning behind his nomenclature in the next video. Until then, keep watching this channel for more information about this, and stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.